Hello Bits and Bones, and welcome to Slady's Quick Reviews, where I share a concise rundown of my thoughts on content that I don't have a whole lot to say about. This is a review for Shatter by Tahereh Mafi, which I read and reviewed in 2020. My original review reads as follows. It was hard to settle on a score for this novel because, unlike majority of the poor ratings for this novel, I did not dislike the writing style. I respect the author for trying and sticking with something outside of the box. I've never seen the cross-out function used so often and effectively to narrate unwanted thoughts. I could take or leave the repetition, but I understand it, and as I'm getting more into poetry, the flowery prose were not so confusing as they were to some. That said, the main character is a complete Mary Sue. She doesn't actually have any flaws besides crying too much. She always has a snappy thing to say or a fire burning inside her. This chick is all extremes and no middle ground. Everything is a trigger for some dramatic emotion. The original premise was engaging, but the introduction of the love triangle led to an immediate decline in my interest. I did not read the end section from Destroy Me because Warner is not a redeemable character and I don't condone humanizing him for the sake of a ship. Spoiler alert. The OTP made me gag a little. I don't see what's so endearing about both characters secretly being in love with each other for years even though they've never talked, and the insta-love that happened when they reunited. How about actually getting to know each other? I realize that this is a romance, but the romance in it was a lot. Everyone is hot, everything is steamy, and ready to tip our protagonist off some edge. It's a bit much. I was going to comment on the lack of world building, but since it ended on that sort of ending reveal, I'll just shut my mouth. Overall, despite the writing elevating it, the story itself was overdone and trope heavy as all hell. I will not be reading further into the series. And now a word from Present Slady. In my earlier reviews, I didn't differentiate what the actual score of a book was. I just plugged my feelings into the star system. Now that I've got a standardized system that I reference for everything that I rate, to check myself that I'm being not too biased, usually, it's hard to say whether I genuinely gave Shatter a 2 out of 5 stars or I rounded up. I won't touch it on Goodreads, but I would like to clarify here that Shatter gets a 1.5 out of 5 stars. I respect that it was doing something different, but at its core, it was still a bunch of easy, tropey Mary Sue bullshit, and I'm not about that. As always, thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to my patrons. If you'd like to support me and my content, there will be a link to my Patreon in the description below. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.